Cleopatrick.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Doing well.
Good. It's Reading Festival. How's your day been so far?
We pretty much just got here. We've been talking to people and getting settled in, sort of. I mean, we don't have our green room yet, so we're not fully settled. But it's been good.
Looking forward to later.
Absolutely, yeah.
Good. And hopefully you'll get to play a new single that you've dropped called OK. What can you tell us about the track?
I can tell you we're absolutely going to be playing that song, and it's a fun one. It's been going off live. It feels so good. We're happy to have it finally out. It was kind of like crazy decision we made that we wanted to record and like put out new music amongst like 9 months of non-stop touring. So like this song there's been like these little bursts of creativity working on this song, and it finally came out. And it's awesome. I'm proud of us for getting this song out.
And is this the start of a new record for you, or is this simply just a standalone single?
It's not going to be a record, but there's a couple more songs to go along with it.
Because you've been obviously you've been touring non-stop. How's that been, especially coming off a pandemic as well, where you couldn't really tour?
Kind of crazy.
It's been insane, but it's been good for the most part. Especially coming off the pandemic, I don't think we were fully ready for what was about to happen, and obviously at the beginning there was a lot of weird cancellations and stuff. But right now I feel good. It's not like it's definitely been a grind. It's definitely been tougher than touring seemed to have left off, but I'm very proud of us. It's a proud interview. We did a lot and we accomplished a lot, and ultimately I think it was a good thing. Yeah,
good. And people who want to see you live, where's next for you once you finish here this weekend? What's the plan next? Where are you heading off to?
We're going home, and there's a couple little things planned, but nothing big. I think. Oh, okay, cool. This is kind of like the end of a long chapter of touring for us. So we're gonna go rest a bit.
Yeah. So with the fall coming and everything, and then obviously Christmas and winter and the New Year, what's kind of going to keep you busy up until the end of the year?
We're gonna work on some new music and try and find inspiration for that next chapter. Also hang with our friends in general, like go see some concerts instead of playing them. Like, we're gonna live a little.
So are you hoping that next year you're going to be back to it, full swing, with new music and touring again?
That's the goal. Yeah, that's the goal. But obviously it'll depend on what we get from writing and stuff. We want to make sure all the songs are great before we head out again.
Waiting on the wind, you know what I mean?
Yeah. With the amount of touring that you've done, is there anywhere that you haven't been to before that you want to get to at some point?
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely. Australia, Brazil,
Mexico.
Mm-hmm. We've been very active in the UK and this kind of more central part of Europe and Germany and whatnot. So it'd be cool to kind of stretch out a bit, take some even longer flights. You know what I mean?
For sure. And I'd like to ask, when you step foot into a studio, you obviously have demos, you kind of know what's going to happen, but how does it work for you just to get it from that demo stage to a finished track?
Yeah, I mean, it's always changing. I think, like, for the longest time, our demos were absolute garbage. But now our demos are kind of cool. So, like, on the latest stuff we worked on, there's been things that we're just dragging and dropping from our demos into the new songs. And, like, you know, obviously we doctor them up a bit, but it's becoming more of, like, a fluid process than before, where it was, like, the worst ever GarageBand demo, go to the studio and just recreate everything and make it better. It's like, I think it's much more like fun now. There's like these different textures and stuff being brought in from like all parts of the creative process.
Yeah. It's expanding in that sense. It's like, which is very exciting for us to be able to like the idea of something that can be so fresh and exciting only in a moment, like to actually be able to use something like that. It's a very exciting thing. Very cool.
And having written during the lockdown and quarantining as well, have you taken any kind of parts of the writing process in that circumstance that you're going to continue doing taking forward, or are you just going to revert back to how it was beforehand?
Yeah, like I think I'm much more open to just messing around now. Like I think when we first started making music for this band, it felt very like it always had to be a direction, or like anything we were really working on, it had to be something that there was like an end point or a light at the end of the tunnel. We didn't really mess around with stuff too much, stuff that we didn't like feel great about. But through COVID, there's obviously all the time in the world, so I'm much more like, or there was also like proof to the idea of just like messing around with something and you find a little piece of gold. That we learned that that's a thing basically through COVID, and now it's almost like an invaluable part of the process is the exploration now. I look forward to doing just way more of that.
Good, excellent. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure having a catch up with you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers. Thank you.